Okay guys, so I've been asked to talk about another rig that I like to use. So in my fishing, I do like to use particles quite a lot, and with that I always try and get a margin spot going, because two reasons. I often think that they get overlooked. Everybody always wants to cast to the other side of the lake, or into the known spots. I like to try and do, at least with one rod anyway, a little bit different. So if I can, I'll try and be as stealthy and as quiet as possible when I'm in the swim and bait a margin spot down to the side. So the setup that I normally use is a few scoops of particle out in the lake, normally hemp, maize, pigeon feed, something like that. And then a simple rig, so again just the typical silk ray leader material, a PB inline lead, fish hit and run style again, as I've shown previously. And then for the rig, I like to use a short length of silk wire again, the supple heavy braid. Now this is only about 5 inches long, with a size 6 jungle hook, quite a long hair, and I like to match the hatch. So if I'm using maize, for instance, or maize is in the mix, why not put it on the hair? So what I've done there is I used 2 pieces of maize out the bucket and a piece of pop-up corn, just to try and balance it a little bit. It doesn't pop it up off the deck. When the rig sits down in the water, it generally just tends to just sit above the hook as the hook's lying flat. Along with that, to try and mask the hook of any debris that's on the bottom, siltweed, charred, fallen leaves from the trees from the autumn and winter just past, I like to just put a PVA bag of pellets just to pull onto the rig and mask the hook and mask the hook point. So what I like to do as well is use a long baiting needle, pull the rig through the centre of the bag, and then push the hook point into the bag so it is masked. And then, because I'm using a quick link on the swivel end, I like to use a short piece of silicone threaded onto the end of the rig, and that way when I do clip it onto the speed swivel, and I push the tubing back over it, that is literally just to keep the rig on the swivel without it popping off. And also, I don't need it to kick out because I'm not casting it far and I'm not hitting a clip. This is sometimes just underarm chucked into the edge, so I don't need it to flick out. So when I push it on, I like to just have, so the end of the swivel is just on show, which still gives that little bit of manoeuvrability. So if the carp's coming in, sucking along, and it does happen to pick it up, it can still just move around and then eventually bang, pick up the lead, it's hooked, and hopefully we've got a fish. So that's just another way that I like to fish margin rods or with particle.